Morning, guys. I've been out here for a couple hours working on it now, and I've come up with a pretty good plan. I've got it all cleaned up, the bevel and the bottoms. I'm allowed to overlap 3 inches per side of my cut. So I have 6-inch flat bar that's 7 inches long, and it goes from the top right here on the bevel to the bottom, and then I cut 2 more pieces for the backside. But in my area, you have to paint all repairs and modifications to the frame in red for officials. So here we go. We got our patch on there, which is 6 inches wide. It's 7 inches long, but it comes down. I use the torch to heat it up. And it bevels and bevels. I just beat it around with a hammer. And then on the inside, it's not the pretty side, but right there, I got 2-inch by 6-inch flat bar. 2.5 welded there, and then I just put in a little piece so the official can still get in the frame through those holes to take a look, because they have little cameras on screens. They stick it in the frame to make sure you're not stuffing. But that's my plan. It seems to be working out pretty good, and the extra wide cut may actually be assisting me, because on the backside I can stick my rod through the hole and get vertical welds on these on the inside. So it's like another weld's always nice, right? I'll take another video for you guys here in a bit, but hopefully today we'll have this thing back down on all fours so we can get a stance look at it, see how she's coming along, get the blocks back out from underneath the body and get her sitting back down, and maybe even get her bolted back down. The rear end's still got to be completely taken out of this thing, so still lots of work to be done. The cage hasn't even been started. Nothing's been done. All I've done is basically stripped it, so lots of work. So the tilting's done. You can see how much I've come down from the steering shaft there. But the body still has to be bolted back down. I have to run out and do some stuff and get ready for today's demolition derby, where I'm running a mini smash. But it's actually looking pretty aggressive. If you follow the body line, it will put that bottom of the fender about 3/4 of the way up the tire. So that's about the height I wanted to go. And then the bumper, because of the bumper mounts and the bumper shocks, I'm going to keep all that, just weld all that solid. It's going to put my bumper about 4 inches higher than the top of that frame rail. So that'll give me like a bumper height of like 24 to 26 inches kind of thing. And I'm also going to probably get a little bit bigger tires for the front with doubles and smaller ones for the back. Still a lot of work to do, but it's coming along. Next thing to do is get a whole bunch of hockey pucks, drill the centers out and throw them in there. Get those ones done right there, those 2, and then those 2. And get the body back bolted down. And then the next thing will be, I might either do the cage, or I might tear the rear end apart and start welding and filling all the rear links. But I haven't decided what I'm going to start doing first. The motor is still in this Yukon. It's a 78-305. If I find a better motor, I'm going to use it, but that's all I got right now. It's out of that truck, mini truck that I had in high school. So using that motor to put into here. But I'd really like a small block 350. But if I can't find one for a good price that runs and fairly cheap, like I don't need a high performance thing, just enough to get this thing around the track. But still lots of work to do, but tilting's done. Oh, and I welded the suspension solid in the front too. We're allowed to do that up here. Just not allowed to reinforce the front A-arms, which I don't believe that's reinforcing. I got that on both sides. And I've also got a 1-inch long tack right there on the back of the A-arm. And then everything will slowly be reattached and get her going again. But motor, transmission, rear end, cage, bodywork, lots more to do. Guys, well, today I started cutting all the body mounts out so I can replace them with all thread and big fucking washers. But I got all of them done, and then I started notching the frame, and my oxygen ran out. So the girlfriend's gonna go get me hockey pucks so I can do the spacers up there. because I don't really want to put steel in there. I want to put hockey pucks. So I started dimpling the back, which it's fucking... This steel is really thick. Like, I'm used to small cars dimpling because that's all we're allowed to do out here unless you're doing pro mod. And this car here is my first ever big car I'm dimpling, and it's killing my arms. I got the hump plate all ground down. I'm allowed 22 inches from center to center of the axle. So I'm working on that. I'm just maybe gonna start stuffing my lower and upper links right now, and but it's coming along. Another day, another dollar done on it.